Hello, this is Daniel Peterson's admission for the individual project 2024. I'm enrolled in FED25 and this is S18 evaluating our learning needs. And I'm going to talk quite about my challenges because I think that challenges and struggles kind of shows your learning needs or those kind of, yeah, they're very much connected. One of the biggest problems or challenges I've had this time is the coding environment or programming environment. The My domain is hosted by Cloudflare Pages, and they uses a different version of Yarn and Node.js, or like older version, and that version of Yarn uses a different packaging management system. So than I originally started the project in, and that caused a big mess of problems using libraries and trying to install versions. Yeah, and like in my internship, the backend guys they handle those the build pipelines and setups. So in a working environment, I think it would be different, but it's good to know. And yeah, I learned a lot from it. Another struggle I would say is finding correct and actual information. You Google a lot, you find a lot of different things everywhere, or what year is this post made, what solution, how did they do that? And using AI tools like ChatGPT can give you hallucinated code, as it's apparently called, where it's just made up. It's not real. It's not actual code, and it can send you down. Yeah, you can lose hours and days of work because what solution you're trying to fix actually isn't real. And yeah, I think that what I could improve is getting better at writing prompts in this case. Another struggle is understanding documentation. I've read through a lot of documentation now, and I think that it's really hard to understand sometimes. And I think that the more you do it and the more experience you have with code and coding, it will be easier to understand documentation. Because yeah, and then sorting through Google searches, I stopped checking after I had 1060 tabs in 4 windows open in my browser. And I think that it's part of researching. Everyone does it their own way. And yeah, it's going to feel good closing all these tabs or good. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, at my internship, I've grouped these now with the research subjects. So it's easier to sort through them anyway. A big struggle I've had also is that 3JS is the biggest library I've used. They changed the light system a few versions back. So all the examples, all these things use the old version of the light system and the old ways of typing units and things, and it was really difficult. I couldn't understand why it didn't work. I didn't understand why it didn't show as I was wanted it to. In the end, I made my own kind of test site where I made all attributes as sliders so I could change everything and then see actually what's actually changing what. And what I found out, I taught ChatGPT that. So I'm hopefully that somebody else having the same issues, they would be able to get a better answer because the first answer they sent me down, yeah, I lost a lot of hours trying to fix that way. Another issue I've had is multi-touch for mobile. I still haven't been able to figure that one properly out. I have made my own kind of test system, and I'm getting somewhere, but it's really difficult. And I think this has connected to uh, the fact that 3JS or 3JS Fiber, no, React 3 Fiber uses point events, not touch events. And yeah, I think it's just about practice. It's finding out the information you need yourself in a way. And I don't really think there's any end to learning needs. This is just you do what you do and you learn from what you're doing and those kind of things. And I think that, yeah, I'm going to get a good foundation at my internship. And I think endless learning is fun. This is, part of the fun. And then I want to touch on something serious. During this project, I experienced a burnout. And I worked too hard, too long, too many days in a row, or like 4 weeks in a row. I worked was up all night. I drank too much coffee, And then when it was 2 days left for the deadline, I realized I'm not going to make it. So it was like a fuse popped in my head. And I slept for 3 days, and it was, yeah. I think I'm back 99%, but whoever you are who's listening to this, be careful and listen to your body and listen to your mind, because it's going to tell you what's going on. And just be mindful, because it was not a good, it was a learning experience, but not good. Thank you for watching, and happy Halloween.